All right, all right, all right. Peace, peace, peace. So this is the second part of Your Ancestors Watch You Like Television, the Africanization of the Taino people of Haiti. So this is the part where you get to learn generally what I mean by your ancestors watch you like television. Your ancestors are watching you like television. What does that mean? You see here? This is your life. This is your awareness. These are your dreams, your travels, your mind, whatever you see. This is you. This is your reptilian brain. And this is the ancestors or your bloodline. Okay? Now, your reptilian brain is symbolically a circle. Your bloodline is also symbolically another circle. That gives you a figure 8. This figure 8 is what we call the Kafou in Haiti. So, you're watching the television of your life. That's your dreams. What is going on in your life? What you see. Your visions, your meditations, etc., etc., etc. In your reptilian brain, you have openings. What are those openings? Those openings are based on what? They're based on your astrological birth chart. Why is that? Because remember I told you, do not get initiated in anything, in anywhere. Don't go to a Ugan in Haiti and get initiated. Anywhere. Masonry, Kabbalah, Freemartinism, do not get initiated anywhere. You have one initiation. That is your birth chart. You came with the entirety of your mission. You came with the entirety of your powers. You do not need to submit your will to another man, to another woman, to an organization, to a god, to a deity. You will get fucked in the end. You will fuck yourself over in the end. You will fuck over your kafur in the end. This is serious shit. So first, they put up the fucking flag in Haiti. Second, or parallel to the flag, they bring the religion, the baptism. The baptism is so dangerous. The communion is dangerous. The marriage within the church is dangerous. The initiations, you are selling your soul and you have no idea. Okay? So now, in your reptilian brain, there are certain doors that are opened for certain energies. Remember I told you, your real ancestors are the placements in your astrological birth chart. Those are the energies within that bloodline that you said, yo, I need to have the war energy. I need to have the get money energy. I need to have the beauty energy. I need to have the get bitches energy. I need to have the intelligence energy. So for your mission that you concocted as a soul yourself, you went into this bloodline and you, based on those souls' development, you have an agreement with them. I already explained that in another video. Go watch that video. So, here in your Kafu, you have placements, and those entities are the only entities that are allowed to influence your reptilian brain. Your kaful is protected by multiple lines of defense. The first line of defense is your own self. The second line of defense is your mother. The third line of defense are the spirits or the entities or the ancestors that were mandated by you for your mission. And the fourth line of defense is the emotional spin and frequency of the kaful. Okay? Here's another distinction that I need to make between Vodou and many other traditions. Vodou is a tradition of fire, the mysteries of fire. When I say dragons, when I talk about dragons, the land of dragons, you might think that I'm speaking about the scaly beings with wings that spit fire, that symbolic mythological creature. That could be a good indicator because symbolically it has the components. But when I'm talking about dragons, I'm talking about first there was the silence. Out of the silence came out the black dot, which is Legba. After Legba came the Marasa, which is light and darkness, the divine twins. So in Haiti, Legba, he is the first emergence from the silence. Vodou is the spiritual system of silence or fire. What do I mean by fire? A spiritual system based on light. You see when they say, oh, there's many paths to the light. Everybody could, when you're talking about a path of light, you're talking about a path where it's almost like you're watching television and you're watching a boxer or you're watching an athlete or you're watching something and you're saying, oh, I could have done better, or I would have done this, I would have done that. So essentially, if you're watching television or you're watching a series, for example, and whenever good stuff happens, you like it. You would be considered, quote unquote, an angel. When something bad happens, you like it. You would be considered a demon, for example. But in both cases, you never descend physically to do the actions, to do the deeds yourself. So everything that you say you would do, you wouldn't do, why would I, blah, 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 is all based on your thoughts. It's all based on your opinions, but you ain't never been in the fire. That's what religions of light or darkness are about. It's never about actually being in the field and doing the actions. At the highest level, that was one of the mysteries in Africa. It was the mysteries of fire. It was the mysteries of fire that they never quite revealed to the public, even in the temples, because the fire says, yo, you're a god, you're this, you're that, come prove it. Come within matter, come within the limitations of matter, and conquer emotions, conquer anger, conquer your sexual energy. Go. That's why Eddie Murphy in Zamunda, he said, nah, I'm going to Queens. I'm going to get my Lisa. But he said, no. I don't need all this. I'm going to work at Whack Arnold's. I'm going to pass the broom. I'm going to mop. I'm going to have a salary. I'm going to have an apartment in the ghetto. I will obtain the initiation of fire. So once you conquer the fire within matter, that's when you become a Kafur. That is, the Kafur initiation is one of the hardest initiations to actually obtain, to have, and to master. And even then, there's levels of the fire of Kafur. So, those who have the entire science of Kafur are those who have mastered anger and all the adjunct emotions. Those who try to infiltrate the Kafur are those who are still victims of the lower emotions, desires, fears, delusions, and obsessions. So now, this is you, this is your life. These are the entities that are permitted. But what happens when you get baptized? What happens when you remove, or the secret society steals your natural protections and you get married under the church or whatever, or you go to a Uga and you get initiated, or you get the Ason? You are fucking yourself up, you're fucking your Kafur up, and now any entity or any ancestor that is not aligned with your mission is now able to influence you. So now, what happens? The ancestors can now watch you like television. So now, he had an obsession with something. He was a drug user. She was a drug abuser. He was an alcoholic. She was this. She was that. So now all of a sudden, you get dreams. Or you get urges in the fire element. Shit, I want to do this. Or shit, I want to do that. Now what happens? You start getting possessed. And slowly but surely. Why? Because now you're having emotions that are matching the low-level emotions of those ancestors in the bloodline. So they're able to overtake you. Because once they're able to completely overtake your Kafur, then it's a wrap. Then they have first dibs at your soul. So, your Kafur has a spin. It needs to maintain a certain spin and emotional frequency, meaning that you are supposed to stay in a state of gratitude, of joy, of respect. You're supposed to have such a high frequency in your Kafur that the lower level energies can never penetrate your Kafur. But the moment that you go through all those rituals that I mentioned and you fuck yourself over, now you're opening the way for any and all spirits that are in the bloodline to come and possess you. That's one thing that I said. Oh, I'm glad I said that. What do you associate Haitian voodoo with? Possession. Haitian voodoo has been made to be synonymous with possession. But what the fuck is a possession? Why would you want to be possessed by anything? They've made the Haitian people so proud to say, oh, such and such spirit overtook me. If anyone ever came to me and told me, yo, this spirit wants you to serve it, I would say with all due disrespect, go fuck yourself and tell that spirit that told you that it wants me to serve it to go fuck itself also. With all due disrespect. As a man, as a woman, you're never supposed to be possessed by anything. Because the moment you become possessed is the moment that the frequency in your Kafur is invalidated. It's the moment that the frequency starts to go down. And now all those astral phantoms in the DNA can now penetrate your aura, can now penetrate your egregore, can now penetrate your brain, can now penetrate your individuality. And now they have first dibs at your soul. I'm going to show you where your soul is, but let me just say that. Possession is being overtaken by a lunar personality coming from the reptilian ghost of a deceased ancestor. In possession, you are absent, you are unaware, you are unconscious, and you are prey, and you're falling prey, and you're victim to those disgusting entities that want to take over you. That's what possession means. So the rights of Haiti, the rights of the Taino people, was never about getting possessed. It was about being animated. There's a difference between possession. How many people are in jail because they were possessed by anger? How many people are in jail for life because they were possessed by lust and they were possessed by passion and they killed their spouse in a moment, in a fit of fucking rage? That's what possession does. So when I'm speaking about sexual alchemy to you, I'm talking about learning not to be possessed. Don't fucking be possessed by anything. Do not give away your dignity. Do not give away your individuality. Do not give away your sovereignty. There is no one and nothing that can teach you anything, nothing that is not contained in your own astrological birth chart. Learn your astrological birth chart. Learn the placement of your planets. Learn what entities truly are for you and are from your own bloodline specifically. Because that's another thing. I can learn from an entity from Africa on the divine level, on the astral. I could learn from an entity that's from anywhere, but you never bring down an entity physically to have a physical impact for you. So let me not get sidetracked. Let me not get sidetracked. So, the possession. So now, once this is deactivated, anything from here can come in and take over you. And when that happens, you become a virtual slave. You see what they want to see. They begin to take over your body. They take over you, and now you're a slave. Why? So yeah, animism, when purified, focused, prepared through ritualistic attunement, you receive a massive energetic jolt from the outside, i.e. the music, the drums, the aromas, the smells, the sounds. You're in an ecstatic state of awareness. You're totally present. You're absorbed in the now, in life, in vitality. You're in a heightened state of perception, like a performer on stage playing his guitar or beating the drums or singing. That was our tradition. So you have to purify yourself so that symbolically, when the energy of Ogu came, but the energy of Ogu is something, it's a potential that is within you that you cultivate. When it came, because of the setting of the ritual, now you were animated by Ogu. You were never overtaken by Ogu. Because Ogu is not a principle or an entity that is outside of you. It is a possibility within you that you can cultivate. So it was an altered state of consciousness where your own consciousness never left. You were still here, but now you're in bliss. Now it's an ecstatic feeling. You see differently. You breathe differently. You hear differently. That's what it was We are a people of animism. But to be animated takes a lot of cultivation. You must cultivate high emotions, high thoughts, high morality, a high standard of living for yourself. That's how you become animated, not possessed. So that's why they had to make possession synonymous for the Haitian people. Because now the flag is on a lunar basis, and now they could bring entities that, oh, yo, Ogu's coming through. And now Ogu really is an entity from the Catholic Church. Ogu is an entity really from Africa. Ogu is really an entity, you know what I'm saying? And now that's why. Why were they doing this? Because they wanted to get to somewhere, to somehow either A, summon a loi, or B, go in the genetic memory for one of the true loi, the true dragons, to come and reveal the secrets of the Kafur so they could bypass the Kafur. So now, let me tell you about the ring of fire. You see here, when your mother and your father are having sex and creating you, your father on top, that's a square on top. Your mother, that's a square on the bottom. Then those 4 bars, those represent you. You know when they say, oh, 1111, lucky number, angelic number, and all that bullshit? No, there's a specific science to the 11, quote unquote, 1111. So there's a square on top, square at the bottom. When your dad ejaculates in your mother and there's a conception, there is a cloud of light, of colors, of rainbow. And that rainbow is your soul, power, energy, connection. It is pure solar light in the invisible astral. It is worth more than every single piece of gold on this land. But there is a ring of fire around it. Nobody could access it but you, unless you have forsaken your Kafur. Your Kafur has been overtaken, and now they overtake you, and now they have a chance to go and to take your soul. Why do you think that the people of the alternative lifestyle use the rainbow? Why do you think that the people of the alternative lifestyle use the rainbow? Because they're like, yo, this method, possessing you, ritualistically possessing you, this method is too long. We need to get here. So if we get here, because once they possess the Kafur, now they have to fight with your soul for this. But now they have a very good chance of taking over this. So they invented a cult. This cult that we're seeing being pushed on every single one today. You cannot turn on the television. I can't go on fucking Netflix. I can't go on any application. I'm watching a series. They gotta stick that shit in your face. They've made it a mission. Why? Because that's how they harvest souls. The moment you engage in the alternative lifestyle, yo, bro, all that shit is done for. You've literally, you basically sold your soul. Because now, once you engage in something, you're a man. You have a form. Your form has a spirit. You're a woman. You have a form. Your form has a spirit. Once you do something that is against your nature, the 7 laws of Tahuti, which are really the 9 laws of Tahuti, the all is mind, the universe is mental, yeah, cool. But guess what? the principle of gender. So even within the principle of mentalism, the all is mind, the universe is mental, Tahuti was being whispered in his ear by Sechat. Don't tell me Ogu Dantor, Freda Agoué, La Sirène Agoué, Baron Brigitte, Agaou, Maîtresse Agaou, Bossou, Madame Bossou. Every single loi has its feminine counterpart. In the movie Click with Adam Sandler, you thought you were watching a normal movie. Oh shit. You know what you were watching? You were watching them show you ritualistically how people exchange their soul and their dignity as a man or a woman for material wealth. So he wants to become an architect. Architect, demiurge, we already know. But why is he losing his consciousness? And guess what? He's always eating Twinkies. What the fuck is Twinkies? Go on the internet. Go read the definition of what a Twinkie is, and you will understand what Adam Sandler was doing in this movie. What Adam Sandler was doing in his movie, he was participating in ritual acts of the alternative lifestyle. And when he was doing that, the natural spirit that is on him as a man could not stand those acts. It had to disassociate from those acts for those demonic forces to come and take over. And slowly but surely they take over. So when they take over the reptilian Carrefour, now they have a chance to go and snatch the soul. Once they snatch the soul, it's over with. You are done for. You ain't getting that shit back. For some people, oh, I just want to get initiated. I want to discover the mysteries, blah, 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 blah. One thing leads to another. You have no idea. That's why they came to Haiti. Because we have the science of the fire of the Carrefour. That was the mission of Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Dessalines said, fuck no, over my dead body. The Mars energy. The Mars energy is the protection energy, the freedom energy. Dessalines was like, yo, you guys, whatever you're doing, that's wrong. We're not participating in that. A, we don't condone the lifestyle. B, we don't condone the philosophy. And C, you will never get this knowledge. You will never get this fire. On our land, this is strictly forbidden. You will not make this a general practice. That's why when Dessalines, they made Dessalines synonymous with something called what? Coupe tête, chop off the head, boulekai, burn down the house. Symbolically, what he was saying was that he is chopping off the head of the snake. Everybody knows about the Ouroboros, the snake that eats his tail. But the snake that eats his tail is only the visible aspect. The invisible aspect of that symbol is the fractal geometry or the Mandelbrot set. What is a fractal? A fractal is a geometrical shape that you see, and the shape is a pattern that repeats forever. So the snake eating its tail is the infinite emotions that are insatiable, therefore creating a false eternity and immortality. You see, blue red, purple. That's the lunar trap that they trap the Haitian people under. The purple is the result of the blue and the red combined. But the thing, or the secret is that once the purple is created, the people that are under this frequency can never go back to the inception of how they were trapped in this circle. Why? Because they don't know the blue triangle and they don't know the red triangle. All they know is that they found themselves somewhere trapped in a circle and they can't seem to get out of that circle. They can never go back to the inception of that circle. And this is where the Haitian people are trapped right now, in the cult, or in the lunar cult of infinity. This is what is happening in Haiti right now. This is how, or what, Dessalines was fighting against. Not only against those people and their wicked ways, but also against this alternative lifestyle that became ritualized to take souls. So ask yourself, whoever is an occultist, whoever claims to be an occultist, how are you telling a man, or how are you telling a woman to participate in a lifestyle or in a cult that is deactivating the frequency of the information, of the purity of their own kafur, which makes them susceptible to being possessed, to being entered, to being walk-ins for entities from all across the world, from many pantheons, and for their soul to be at risk. Again, let me show you where your soul power is. Your mother, your father. This box, this cube, the knowledge, the ring of fire around this cube is what Jean-Jacques Dessalines, or Ogu, that is on Dessalines, was fighting for. That's why the Haitian people, when they won, they were going around liberating other people. They weren't going around conquering other people. They were saying, no, we understand spiritually. Because if the Haitian people had lost, it would have been over. So what is going on right now in Haiti is that through all their might, they're trying to open our mystical door.